Our guest today is Annie Tokatlian. She is a teacher in the public school system, and she is a regular visitor to Villawood Detention Center. She's been going there for about 2 years, and she also has been visiting people who've gotten out of Villawood and are living in the community. Welcome, Annie. I'm glad you could come. So if an average person wanted to go and visit at Villawood, how do they go about it?
You need to have the names of people you'd like to visit. So you need to be introduced by people who are already visiting. And then you fill out a form from home, which can be accessed on their website, including the names of the people you intend to visit. And then you have to email or fax that form through 24 hours before attending. And then you turn up and present your identification, and they identify that you have sent in the form and allow you through.
So can anybody go and visit?
As far as I know, yes, I think so, as long as you have identification.
And where is Villawood Detention Centre?
If you drive along Woodville Road, you would never expect it to be there, but just past Guildford, there's a turn-off before the train overpass, and in the back there, they've actually got new premises, and just weaving through the streets near the train station there, you find it within the industrial complex.
So you can go by train as well?
You can, yes. So you can visit 4 people, but usually when we go as a group, 2 or 3 friends going to visit, we make sure that we each have 4 different names so that we can get as many people out as possible, because it's their little bit of escape from the lockups. Although it's still guarded and restricted, they get to go out to the visiting area, and it's a nice break from the monotony of the day to receive visitors.
So you meet them in a special area?
Yeah, it's a visiting centre. They have to have been nominated to come out before they are allowed to come out. So it's, others have told me that it resembles very much visiting people in jail.
Do you have to go through like a metal check and stuff like that?
Yeah, we have to go through the same screening to go in. Sometimes you can turn up and without notice you're told that you can't take this in or that in. You pass through a scanner, you have your things passed through a scanner. You may be asked to take off belts, shoes and so on. The doors that you have to pass through, being locked up in one cavity before being allowed to pass through into another cavity, resembles a jail system.
Drug testing?
Yeah. Sometimes you'll be pulled aside and with no apparent reason, they'll test you for drugs by passing a wand over you and then putting it into a machine. And obviously it's happened to all the people that I go in with, and we've all come through with negative responses and get to go through.
What kind of things can you take in?
Food that's in packages or in plastic containers. You can't take glass containers in. We used to be able to take in as much as we wanted, but then they started to put a restriction on how much we took in, and it was really subjective actually, because they'd say, okay, you're visiting only 1 person or 2 people, so you can only take this much in, but if you were visiting more people, then you could take more in. And it depended on the guard, of course, how that was reinforced.
Right.
We found that a little bit strange, since there was no quantitative amount given, just subjective. Yes, that can pass. No, that can't pass. It's almost just to make the experience as uncomfortable and unpalatable as they can.
So what do you do when you're in there?
So if the people that you've called haven't come out, you wait until they come out, and when they do, of course you give them a hug and a handshake and sit down and chat. I always feel it's nice to have that contact, because they don't have that contact inside, and they don't have, you know, family anywhere near. So it's always nice to meet them as if you're family. And then we sit and we talk. Often we just try and alleviate the situation, so give them an opportunity to talk about what's passed in their week, but at the same time bring in some humour, laugh, take games in, and just lighten it so that they have some reprise from the awful situation that they face day in, day out.
And what are their moods like?
They always present positively. They don't want to give anything else, because they appreciate the fact that you're going to visit. But you can see from the eyes, you can see the pain, you can see the boredom, you can see the frustration. As much as they try and hide it from you, it's always evident. Yeah, and then sometimes when you do get into conversation, which delves a little bit deeper and isn't on the surface, you know, which I liked to do, because I just felt that sometimes they needed a safe place to offload, and that's when their frustrations are voiced, and you can really see it. And it's never anger, and it's never violent. It's just hopelessness and not understanding why they are being subjected to the detainment in the first place, but the continued experiences that they're having inside.